All right, let's dive into a really remarkable story today. We're heading to the shores of Lake Chad, where an ancient tradition is becoming a powerful lifeline in the face of a very modern crisis.
Okay, just try to imagine working in 40 degrees Celsius heat. I mean, that is seriously hot. And that's the daily reality for these women. They're out there harvesting and processing this incredibly vibrant, bright green paste. It almost looks like something from another planet. So, what on earth is it, and why is it so important?
Well, it turns out this is spirulina, and it has this really fascinating double life. On one hand, for indigenous groups like the Kanembu tribe, it's been a food source for centuries. But, walk into a health store in the West and you'll see it being sold as a superfood for like 20 euros a pack. So these women are actually bridging those two worlds, turning an ancient practice into a way to make a living today. But to really get why this harvest is such a big deal, we have to understand the enormous challenge that this whole region is up against. This isn't just a story about a trendy health food. It's a story about survival, plain and simple. Just look at that number, 90%. That's how much of Lake Chad has disappeared since the 1960s. 90%! It's this devastating one-two punch of climate change and a growing population that has pushed this vital ecosystem right to the edge. And this is what that actually looks like for the people who live there. A smaller lake means a massive drop in what they can grow. For farmers and their families, that means less money, more poverty, and it just fuels a much bigger humanitarian crisis that's affecting the entire region. But this is where the story takes a really amazing turn. Right from the heart of this crisis, a solution has started to grow, one that's led by the community itself, mixing that ancient knowledge with some new ideas to literally harvest hope from the water. Now, this whole transformation is getting a major boost from an €8 million project, part of the European Union's big program on climate change. And the goal is pretty straightforward: help communities in Chad adapt to a changing world and build their own sustainable solutions. And the process itself, it's actually beautifully simple. You've got women like Ayatsimbodu and Tyra harvesting the blue-green algae, grinding it down, mixing it into that thick green paste we saw at the beginning, and then shaping it and setting it out on racks to dry in the sun. But the impact here goes way beyond just the spirulina. It's creating this incredible ripple effect that's transforming the entire community in some really profound ways. So what was the secret sauce that made it all work? A simple but total game-changing piece of tech. Farmers are pooling their money to buy and install these cheap, solar-powered motor pumps. And in a place where rain is completely unpredictable, this gives them something they could only dream of before: a permanent, reliable source of water. And the result of that? It's huge. Instead of just one harvest a year, totally dependent on whether the rains came or not, farmers can now reliably get at least 3 crops in. That's a 200% jump in productivity, all powered by the sun. This steady supply of water has just changed everything. It's not just about spirulina anymore. All of a sudden, farmers are growing this huge variety of other things: fenugreek, aubergines, chilies, carrots, you name it. It's a massive boost for food security and nutrition. And this quote, this just brings it all home, doesn't it? This isn't just about farming, it's about empowerment. This simple, climate-friendly tech means Aitambudu and the other women can earn real money, care for their families, and, this is the big one, educate their children. They're investing in the future. So let's just zoom out for a second. What does this amazing local story really mean when we look at the bigger picture? Could this be more than just a one-off success? Well, it absolutely serves as this powerful model for how to adapt to climate change. It's this perfect blend of traditional know-how with simple, modern tech. It shows that sometimes the best solutions aren't about reinventing the wheel, but just making it better. And it puts women, who are so often the keepers of that knowledge, right at the center. It creates jobs, income, and tackles hunger all at once. It's a win-win-win. Which kind of leaves us with this final big question. In a world that's always looking for these massive, complex, high-tech answers to climate change, maybe the most powerful solutions are already here. Maybe they're rooted in ancient wisdom, powered by simple tech, and led by the very people living on the front lines. Could that be the real key to building a resilient future?